Good day, Marcella, and welcome to your self-love reading. So I'm super excited about doing this because it's been a while since I've had like all my card babies, and I thought you were going to be able to see. I guess I could just grab this right. All my card babies lined out like I want them. So I am super excited because we're about to dive in. So just get comfortable. I'm already comfortable and ready to explore the self-love thing. So first, I'm going to start with sort of reflecting your own energy back to you, but I'm going to do that through the Prism Oracle, which is a bunch of different colors and words, just things that are going to help me pick up the energy of you. Because a lot of times we are surrounded by other people that can't perceive us correctly, or something happened to us in the beginning of life that doesn't allow us to perceive us the way that other people do in a positive light because of like childhood. So this is sort of going to be a activation, but also a gas you up session. Like you need to know about you. You need to have confidence in the best parts of yourself, the same way that you were fairly sure and highly aware about the dark parts of yourself. That's totally what I'm getting. Like you know the flaws, but the other stuff you're like, yeah. So what does Marcella need to know about herself for the self-love reading? What does she need to know about herself? In this moment, I suddenly wanted to grab my. I'm like, hold on, should I not grab it? Is that bad omen? But no, it just felt like maybe you do need to do this too. And this one is just Palo. This is to soothe the energy. You draw a lot of attention even when you're not trying. Isn't that a strange thing to get like while burning something? Like I have the cards here, but the one that let me know that I was right about looking over to this and wanting this was disruption. Like there is something or someone in your field, see, ghost, that is lingering onto your energy. And this is something that happens to you all the time. It's sort of kind of like you going out somewhere and meeting a group of people. Like one of those people is your friend, but then suddenly you end up with three other people from their friend group because they're just addicted to your energy after that one time. This could even play out in or at work. Is everybody always coming to you with questions or things they need? So your energy is just magnetic, first and foremost. This is the beam. You might look at it like it's just a part of your life and what you've been used to, but you wouldn't look at it as, or you have not been looking at it like, wow, people come to me because they rely on me. They know I have energy that is worth something. They know I have knowledge. You're just a really go-to person. And that's giving me sort of like Virgo vibes. Like when something's wrong, you know how to fix it, or you're a very understanding person. So people always come to you to strengthen their resolve in what they had to do. Ah, the gift of you that you cannot give yourself. Cruel, huh? Because you're tapping into reflection. The same way that I said I was going to, at the beginning of this, I'm going to reflect you back to you. What I'm doing right now is what you do for other people. Even if like you worked in HR and somebody came to you, you'd be like, oh my goodness, I understand. Like you would be the best HR person ever. But why is this keeping you in isolation? There's somebody still holding on to your energy. Is this an X? Let me see. Because this is a self-love reading. And that sort of thing isn't supposed to trickle in. But imagine if there is an ex or somebody in your energy who doesn't want you to move on, that is sending like little pings at you, like, man, I hope she never loves again. I hope she never loves herself. I hope she always wants me. Like, if somebody just sending that stuff towards you while you're trying to grow, grab my book for this, then you need to know where that's coming from. That would be a barrier to your self love. This is exactly why I freaking love this job. It's like detective work. I never know which way this is going, and I'm always surprised. So who is this energy or person that is clinging on to her energy or keeping her box from being able to fully share her light with everybody? It's like it's making you kind of antisocial. You might feel a little burdened by your magnet as opposed to excited because you know how this works. Like if you had your own business, this magnet would bring your customers. Something is blocking you from moving to that next realm. And didn't I say if you had a platform or something? Somebody or something does not want you to be seen at the scale that you deserve to be seen at. So they can sort of gatekeep you to themselves. Do you have eighth house planets? I saw something recently about people that have eighth house and 12th house planets sort of get gatekept by other people. Like somebody's like, oh my gosh, this is such a gift. I don't want anybody else to have this. I don't want anybody else to discover them. Because at the end of this was a musician. Now, do you work in music? Do you have a musical gift? Maybe. In this moment, that felt like it had to do with your frequency. Even like the color, sort of like you would attract a lot of people if you decided to create music. And it says composer of harmony, creation, passion, soulful sound, celebration. You are the party girlfriend. Even if you don't know it or acknowledge it right now, because you have been sort of boxed in. And I keep seeing this betrayal card lately. Is this someone who's still lingering in your energy, even though they did you dirty in some way, shape, or form? And I hope this is bringing up somebody for you. And this vendor card was the first one. The first one that was saying who this person was. I don't know if this person actually looks like somebody significant to you. That would be trippy. But the words on it, a merchant, retailer, or individual entrepreneur. I'm going to say they possibly dropped the ball on you, even if this person cheated on you, like broke the bond, but they are still hoping to be able to come back around and you still be the same energy you were. But that has been distorting your self love. Now I need to know why that's been distorting your stuff. I thought we were going to get into some like heavy childhood, like, the norm. But that's not what this is given, honey. This is given like somebody has bound themselves kind of to you in some way, shape, or form. And that binding is stopping you from expanding into like this glow up or this beautiful energy. Now, it might be happening anyway in some way, shape, or form. You might not acknowledge it though, because that counts. You not seeing your own glow feels like part of this, or not having a lot of people who are super close to you. Like this is how isolated or boxed your energy is right now because of this. How about I just get straight to how we patched this? Yeah, girlfriend. You could be attracting all the money, all the people, like the people you want to date, all the friends. Like you have an abundant energy. That's the beautiful thing about you. And usually why you have to swap people off like flies. Because I'm getting for you, it's been feeling burdensome throughout your life. So maybe this period of isolation has been feeling like some sort of reprieve for you in a way. But it's somebody, absolutely somebody's soul trying to keep you to themselves to make sure that nobody else finds you before they do, or before they're ready to, or whatever the case may be. So, what is the blockage that this is causing in Marcella's self-love? What is this blockage here? As if the betrayal wouldn't be enough, right? To make you doubt yourself or your self-worth. Or even it's a ghost there, literally ghosting if possible. There's the inner child. I'm like, everybody's inner child is in here somewhere because our patterns are all set within the first 12 years. It's just a matter of me locating like which year it was that this happened to you and what was the wound. You were honest and open with yourself about something. And you really put yourself out there, kind of. This feels like, I'm like having to do different types of weird tick things. Oh, I just have to accept who I am. Like, I'm going to do some weird stuff if I'm channeling. Like, Yeah. The block is caused by you put yourself out there in some way, shape, or form, thinking something was going in a certain direction, and it brought up a childhood projection wound, like centering around your magic, centering around you realizing like how awesome you were. So this is like you fall in love with somebody and they appear to fall in love with you too, and then they just suddenly start backing off and stuff. Like it messed you all up. So the energy lingering within you that's connected to this self-love block is regret and like a disconnection from self. There's this scene in Dawson's Creek. Pacey was dating this girl named Andy, right? And they had been friends for a really long time. And then she ended up cheating on him, like just random, like. And he said to her, when she was like, please take me back, she was like, or he was like, I gave you the best of me the first time. I can't risk giving that to you again for the sake of myself. It feels like you put the best out there, or you had the best energy, and something was seeming really positive and all this, and then it just like, so there's a doubt around your assessment of self. And it triggered everything that you had felt in childhood about like, okay, what is my worth? Am I as great as I thought I was? It fucked up your self-esteem. That's what this feels like. This is rooted around somebody who does know that you are as great as you originally sort of knew you were. This just knocked you off your horse. Like whatever that childhood wound was, it's like enough time had passed between that childhood wound and you getting into this relationship that you had started like feeling good about yourself again. This feels like I'm doing even a pick me up for you. Like your self esteem was doing really good at one point and this just knocked you off. This scenario, this situation. I don't know if y'all were just talking on an app and they disappeared, or this was somebody you had a relationship with and they cheated. But however they disappeared, it was very abrupt. It threw you off your kilter. And they have still been like energetically like padding for just a chance to get back in there. I don't think they know how to approach. So how does Marcella begin to heal his self-love? I was right. Well, I'm usually right. That's the great thing about this job. I'm doing this for like now. My chicken hair had to come out. I'm so excited. I'm just a little black girl from Baltimore. Who knew? Like life is good. Uh the rejection came through. Now you're hiding behind a mask. But in the background, this person is dreaming and yearning and desiring you deeply, yet putting off coming forward. So, how do you break from this? Because you have just felt it's the energy of just like after a bad breakup when you just feel ugly, you just want to lay in bed, but then you're like haunted by the person. Whatever's happening in dreams is what is contributing to the isolation or the slowness of your glowness. Like you might be getting your swag back, but it would be like I mentioned earlier, like you're not necessarily seeing it fully like boom, but it's also going a little slower than it would have at this time because somebody is pressing against you becoming the awesome person that they knew you were working your way into. This would have scared them off. So the cure for that is break out. You see how this chick is like, this just made me think about Britney Spears. All eyes on me in the center of the ring, just like the circus. It's unleash your creativity. This is get back in your bag, baby. Go change your hair up, show some cleavage, shine. Because this is that inner child again. She overcame it. 20 years might have passed, and she was walking in her stride. This person came back around because in order for you to fully embrace your power as you needed to go back down and pick this piece that got put away. this rejection piece. And it feels like this rejection piece might have been the part of you that made you become the bad bitch that you was before this connection. Like that first rejection made you say, I'll never feel like that again. And then you became like a determined person and built yourself up to be a certain way. So this one thing coming in just really dominoes it down. So when you have a foundation that isn't firm, what's going to happen to the building? Right? So in this case, you having to go back down to heal that. It looked like a bad thing because this like threw you for a whole loop and shook you up, but it has you looking at yourself in a completely different way than you could not have before. So you're being asked to pick yourself up and start again on your self-love journey. This rejection, which can you really call it a rejection when the person is like lurking in the background, praying and hoping that they get another chance for you in some way, shape, or form, although they're scared and dragging their feet and popping up in your dreams? No. In this case, I'll say that could be you unaware of the power that your love has over other people because it's you. You're not on the receiving end of that. It's just like the angels and the principalities and stuff. They each had like a particular gift, like Care Bears, like Love Bear, Truth Bear, or Smurfs, right? They each have a principle. So that is the thing that they give. So if you are a fragment of love and love is the thing you give, you don't usually run across other people that have the same gift as you because it's the thing you give out. So if you come across somebody who, let's see, just to be fair, what was that guy's gift? What was this guy that is holding her energy's gift or his principle? Frustration. You had the heart, he had the frustration. So that's grumpy sunshine, right? So if you come across somebody with frustration, are they going to be able to give you love back? They're so used to being in their element of frustration that this love thing is sort of like, but boy, did this person enjoy being in the energy of your love. That's why they keep creeping back into your dreams. Their life has gone back to rectangle block, circle hole. What energy were they starting to convert into during their connection with Marcella? What energy were they starting to convert to? Because that's what I'm getting. Something about your energy was changing them, and that was just like uncomfortable. Just that energy. Why is it going to literally tell me it's the energy? He was taking on some of your energy. He was becoming love, and he couldn't afford to be soft like that, not based on what life is giving him. So, yes, I love this so much. Your energy was cleansing this person. And it's like they ran from the light. It was fueling them. They would turn, that frustration was turning into passion and desire. Yeah. He was just too much for them, baby. It was that glow. And it's crazy that in the self-love reading, that's what you needed to know. That person that you thought was like perfect for you, that like really was in alignment, didn't run because of something that was negative about you. It's like you were too good to be true. You might have been too good for them. Just all sorts of stuff that they had to deal with from their internal stuff that they couldn't even voice to you because before you, they hadn't even been aware that they had felt that way about themselves. The purity of your love shook somebody's whole entire life, but they're still like far away holding you by the wings. So, where is Marcella being led now? Now that we've had this conversation and you're aware of what the block was and what was holding you back, and you are who you thought you were this whole time, by the way, where is Marcella being led right now? That she is being relieved of this isolation and this binding. I'm declaring that over you. Where is she being led now? Home. Home. And it's like the coolest, wonderful place after a time of you being stuck in this dark. Can't believe this shit. So after being stuck in the mud, bound to this dude's energetic layer because he was trying to like save you for himself, like that's being left behind. everything that you were supposed to get, like if that relationship had progressed like it was supposed to, is coming to you. Like the binding is off, the hold couldn't hold anymore. It's like the universe was like, all right, you procrastinated enough. Snap that band. You can't energetically hold her in the dragon's lair anymore. That's why I said you're going home. So that energy of your isolation and aloneness is like a part of your soul was still being held, whatever this person was. That's trippy, right? But it was changing your whole vibration, your whole feeling about yourself. You might even felt more tired, like somebody was hanging on to your energy. So now I'm just kidding. I need to tell you what you need to do to clean this up. For you to start feeling like you again, first and foremost, I am always going to say a sea salt bath. What you do is you clean up your bathroom totally because you're setting the vibration and you're going to set your intention to clear off your energy from any connection to anybody else's energy. Cut any cords. You just want to be in your own energy, in your own bubble. You want to restore yourself. This is the intention you set, right? So a whole bathroom clean. The thing you want to do next is make sure you have any books you want to read, play any music, any incense. You are setting the mood like a ritual for yourself. This is the best way to do your bath. First, you are going to take a shower, wash your hair, clean yourself off, fully wash off, right? Then you are going to get into the bath. In the bath, you want to add that sea salt that I was talking about. If you want to add some roses for self-love, I just heard, what is that? It wasn't carnations. It was something canary, but it was a yellow flower that went through my mind. That might be significant to you because I've never seen that flower because I don't even know the name of it, but it was is it a chrysanthemum? I don't know what a chrysanthemum is. About to look up yellow flowers that start with a C. That said that all wrong. That said hours that start with a C. Yellow flowers that start with C. The yellow crocus. The calla lily. Let me see if that lily thing is it. Yeah, my mind has started thinking about tiger lily. Is that significant to you? That's sort of what I was seeing. It went by me in a flash, but it was definitely yellow. So what is a yellow crystal from? My mom was trying to fill in the gap because I do not have flower knowledge. And like the only flower I knew was like, but just in case it's significant to you, I gotta show you, I gotta tell you what came through. Uh, you're gonna set those in your bath. Your sea salt is for purifying. The flowers will be for self-love. Make sure every item that you choose to have in the water with you has intention for some reason. Salt is enough if you just want to do a cleanse and purification. You're going to sit in there for at least 20 minutes. You can do your reading, you can cry, you can meditate, you can listen to music, you can sing. Whatever you want to, you are setting the vibration in alignment with your attention. When you get done, get out. Do not dry off. You're going to air dry and you're going to allow that to soak into your aura for 24 hours. You're not going to bathe for 24 hours. This is just setting itself in your field. And you're going to feel the results instantly after you get out. It's going to be amazing. So I'm going to say that first and foremost for your homework, for you bouncing back into this self-love energy that you deserve to be in. This has been a rough ride, something that you had to like climb to the bottom of your root in your childhood. So I'm going to say maybe this wound happened to you around 4 or 5. So it might not even be something that's cognizant in your memory, right? But this is how low you went in your vibration in order to pull something out for you to rise back up even higher than where you were. If you had been manifesting some changes in your life or wanting to level up in some way, that is why you would drop back down in order for you to rise back up. The drop back down is not a failure. It's like giving birth. 1 push forward, 2 push back. But it's so you can go down there and burn away some of that fuel that was already in there for you to fly higher. So what does Marcella need to focus on for self-care at this time so she can get her mojo back? Energy work. Work on that root chakra. Spend time with family. The people, and it doesn't even feel like they necessarily have to be birth family, but it's the people who love you and treat you like family and appreciate you that same way. It looks like there's an honorary mom or honorary mom friend energy that could be around you. And get some rest now. Your dreams are going to be way less draining, although that might seem sad because of the sexual aspect. But there's so much about you that needs to realign with your own energy, with your own funnel, with you pouring back that love into yourself. And then you will physically see it on your body because your love, technically, is what was being siphoned in dream world and barricaded. The expansion of your love, you living a life of love because it was like a cord was between you two and you were filtering out your energy to this person. So all of your stuff will return. Just follow these steps in this reading. This was a really cool self-love reading. You are just naturally blessed, naturally beautiful. You have a wonderful glow about you. You can create and sustain and build anything you want for yourself. I wouldn't be surprised if you have a wonderful job that you thrive in and on a regular basis. You're used to thriving and just being happy despite your struggles and your hurdles. Like you recognize that you have been blessed by the universe and things seem to always work in your favor. That just draws in other people that realize too that want to cling on to you. So I'm happy that I can give you this reading and let you know that a lot of what you've been feeling has not actually been your feelings that have anything to do with you. You are just that, I want to say absorbative, but I don't know if that's the word. You just pick up other people's stuff and people land on you like a mouse on a mouse pad. Have a good day, ma'am.